Good evening, everybody. It's 9:30 here in sunny Spain, and you've got an hour of me, unfortunately for some. So what I'll do straight away, I'll always do the intro part first. I'll put up the intro vid, and then we're getting on tonight's chat. So first of all, I just want to thank everybody that's contributed to the coffee fund. I've had nobody. It's all right. I've got a bit of a dry throat tonight. I've had a cup of tea about half hour ago, and I haven't got me beer tonight, so I'm going to have a bit of a dry throat, guys. T-shirts. Now, this is the last week I'll be doing the T-shirt offer. This is the really big T-shirts, and I got somebody bought one, so I've got to thank that person, whoever it is, top person. Most appreciate that. It all helps. YouTube sites that I always watch, and to be quite honest, the only one I watch mainly during the week, especially about information about the whole of Spain, is Spain Speaks by Stuart. Very informative, especially for us at the moment with the COVID. Gives us some idea what's going on about. And at the moment, Stuart's doing a lot of newspaper reads what's going on, because obviously Stuart's really good into his Spanish. So he watches all the news reports and the newspapers as well. Gives us a fair idea what's going on. Some sites, guys, for information, because that's the most hardest thing when you want to come to Spain or you're in Spain, trying to find information. Facebook's a bit of a nightmare, really. Lots of misinformation and loads of other sites on the internet that gives you false information. And even here, it is so hard trying to find out what we're supposed to be. At the moment, where I'm in Mazarin, we're in sort of like lockdown. I can't go outside of Mazarin area itself. At the moment, I think I still can't go out and meet people. I could obviously meet my wife, but I can't go out in the street and bump into people. Obviously, I can walk my dog. We can see people walking by and things like that. But the bars and restaurants are shut. They're only doing takeaway service at the moment. Some of the bigger shops are open, obviously supermarkets and electronic shops that they're open as well, and we get deliveries. But yeah, not much of a life at the moment. But anyway, going back to the information sites, Citizens Advice Spain, obviously an internet, very, very useful site. Lots of information on there. The Spanish Embassy, I'm talking about the one in the UK. For you guys in the UK, because I know there's a lot of you guys in the UK that have been trying to come out to Spain, obviously to check your properties. Some that they actually come over last year to buy property. They had to go back to the UK, and now they're stuck in the UK. So that must be infuriating. But yeah, please check out the Spanish Embassy. Now, somebody did tell me a couple of weeks ago it was still shut. So I've been interested to know if that's open again now. UK Gov sites. Very useful for information as well. Now, on the UK Gov sites, you've got living in Spain. A lot of information there, guys, because obviously that's changing all the time. Healthcare. There's another important one, really, especially now everything's changed after Brexit. And check your passport on the Gov site as well. They're what I would call the most informative sites. A lot of newspaper rubbish at the moment, I see. I saw a heading the other day about thousands are going back from Spain back to the UK because of Brexit, and they haven't got the correct paperwork. And I'll be honest, guys, I ain't seen much going on around there. One, we're not allowed to leave the country anyway, and vice versa. But yeah, anyway, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put on the intro. Have a little bit of a break, and I'll get back to you in a minute.
Well, welcome to another Place in the Sun by Otherworld Properties. Should we go and have a look?
So we're back again now. Got the intro. Well, I've sort of got quite a few comments already, but I'll be back on the comments soon, guys. First of all, I want to thank everybody that's coming on. I've got 54, 53 now. It's going down now for some reason. But anyway, thank you very much for coming in tonight, guys. Most appreciate it. I thought what I'd do now, I'll put up some photographs that I've taken during the week, give you some ideas of what's going on around Campbellsole. It'll probably have some interest. Now, this is on Sector A. And the reason I took this photograph, we got another estate agent. I can't believe how many estate agents we got on Campbellsole. Now, when I say estate agents, there's loads more on the internet, internet-based ones, but I'm just talking about actually ones that's got offices. Now, this one's called, I think it's called Property 5. It's like a one-off payment thing. So it's pretty new. So I thought I'd put that up as for you. There's another one of me on the old dog walk in the evenings. Now, on Monday, I couldn't believe it. I think I always do, if you check out my Instagram, I'll do like a story thing every day. Give me some idea of the weather. I know it's so annoying from people that's got that crappy weather with the snow and the rain, whatever. But on Monday, I think I took a photograph about 10 o'clock. It was already 23. By about midday, it got up to 27. Now, today was a bit overcast. The temperatures dropped down. I think it's about 17 today. But during the week, it's just amazing bits of the weather. I mean, this is in the evening. This is about 5:30. This is why I take Bonnie. I live on A, and this is on the Campo here. Yeah, love it. Right, this is on Sector B. This is where all the shops are. As you can see, this is about, I don't know, about 11 o'clock. All the bars and restaurants are shut. You just can't see it, but further about halfway down the right-hand side, you got the Euronics electricity shop. That's open. I think right in front of you, if you can make it out, you got Liz's Calf. Now that's shut. Only for takeaways now. And just sort of straight in front of his CompuServe. Now they're obviously open. There are some shops open. I think it's Best Wishes. I can't think of them all, but there are a few shops open. We've got the vets, opticians that are open as well. But most of the bars, well, sorry, not most, all the bars and restaurants are shut at the moment. It does look a bit like a ghost town. Now this is back on A again, not far from where I live. So this is later afternoon, but lovely blue sky. Now there's another shot that I did. Now I've done this obviously during this week, and right in front of you in the mountains there, that's the Sierra Spooner. I mean, it's about an hour's drive from where I live. Look down that road there. And a couple of weeks ago, I did the same photograph, but we had snow in the mountains. Well, that snow's gone now. Here's another one of the park. This is about 6 o'clock in the evening. Lovely blue sky there. Now, another shot. This is the five-a-side football pitch that they finished now on D, right over in the far end. Unfortunately, because of the COVID thing, all these sort of facilities are locked off at the moment. But I know already somebody's gathering together I think it's called a walking football team. I can safely say I won't be taking part of it, but I'll probably come out and take some videos. So if anybody's watching is doing the football games, we'd love to video that. Obviously, during the week, I went out with Vinny and we did this property on Mazaron Country Club. Lovely villa, nice big swimming pool. It's a 2-bed, 1 bath. Anyway, that video is going to come out on Tuesday. Oh, God, I'm trying to think what date it is. 9th, is it? I think it's the 9th of February. So look forward to that, guys. So back to me now. Right, before I go and say hello to everybody that's in the comments there, I've got 75 watching already now. That's just good. So hang in there, everybody. I thought I'd talk about Spanish banks. Because obviously now the new regular, if you're thinking about moving to Spain, you're going to have to put your money into a Spanish bank account. Now, unfortunately, most of the Spanish banks here in Spain there's a charge. Now I pay a quarterly charge, and I'm with Bank. Mainly the reason why I'm with Bank, because Casabank's actually on campus, so I can actually walk to the bank if there's a problem. And sometimes there are problems, mainly because they put fees on there that I don't know about, and I'm always gonna not always, I should say, but I go over there, at least I can chat to someone and usually get it resolved. One of the things that's bugging me at the moment is I do everything online. Now, a couple of years ago, I had no problems going online. And then the bank wanted us to use apps, which is fantastic. It's a fantastic app they use, but I can't get all the information I need. Whereas when you go on the internet, you can see everything. And for some reason, ever since I've gone onto the app, I just can't seem to get onto the internet properly. I've gone to the bank. It can get mixed up in translation, unfortunately, so that's my own fault. But apparently I'm not the only person with this problem, not trying to get onto the internet to see. What I'm trying to do is check my accounts, because recently, since the Brexit, there's been a lot of people saying about this, is when you transfer money now for a middle person, like a transfer company, the bank is charging you. The bank seems to think that it's all coming from the UK. Because it's coming from the UK, they're putting the charge. Now, my bank's charging me €15. Other banks, I think it's Bankers, charging €10. I know of 3 banks that are charging. Doesn't matter what you're using, guys, but please check your accounts, because I know a lot of people are saying, well, they use TransferWise and they're not getting checked. But just please go through your statement, and just to make sure you're not being charged. Now, I use Currency Direct, and I contacted them because, thankfully, they've got an office next door to Casa Bank, which is handy. So I went in there and said about it, and they said that they shouldn't be doing this. And apparently it's ongoing. I don't know if it's been resolved yet. I think I'll be transferring some money next week, so I'll find out about that. But anyway, they said to me, "Don't worry, Sean, we'll reimburse you the €15 fee that I got charged," which is good on them, really, because they're losing money, not me now, thankfully. But it's a bit of a pain. And me personally, I would not like to leave a lot of money in a Spanish bank account. Since I've been here 5 years, I've seen at least three banks just disappear. And I think I just caught today that the banks were saying that they lost. Santander said they'd lost a lot of money because of the COVID. Really, banks losing money? I find that hard to believe. But anyway, and they put up the bank charges. Well, Casa Bank has anyway, so no doubt all the other ones are following suit. I think I was paying 27 a quarter every 3 months, and now it's gone up to 35, which I think is quite steep considering, but that's it. Now, obviously, if anybody's using a bank, a Spanish bank mainly, and theirs is free, put it below the vid, because it not only helps me, helps other people as well. I know some people said that they've got some Spanish bank accounts where they don't pay no money. I think most people will transfer their state pension straight to the bank. I don't know if that's a good thing. Now, I'm coming up to that now. I want to hold off from that at the moment. I want to keep my money still I've still got a UK bank account. A lot of people say you're not allowed to have that, but my UK bank account says I can. So I don't know. This is another thing about misinformation. They say you've got to have an address. No, you don't. My bank knows where I am. When I first bought my property, I was so nervous transferring huge amounts of money through my bank to a transfer company, which I've never used in my life. And they assured me it'd be all fine. And it was, thankfully. So, yeah, don't believe everything you hear. So what I'm going to do now, because I've got 38, I've got 82 people watching me now, top people. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put up the banner asking people if they're thinking about moving to Spain still. I'm sure there is a lot of people out there. Obviously, guys, I did a video the other day about obviously with the new changes about this non-lucrative visa. Don't take too much into that. I'm sure because that non-lucrative visa has been going for years. It's not like a new thing. It's something that's been going on with for years, especially from outside the EU. And I'm sure within, I don't know, by the summertime, I would imagine the Spanish government will change that and make it a little bit more flexible because I think it's a bit over the top. But so I'll put that there, and I'll go into the comments now because I can see the comments. I'll go through the comments now. Here we go, straight into. We've got Martin. Good evening, Sean. Are you back? No, I forgot my tinny, and I bought my cup of tea down the night, which I've drunk a while back. I've got a bit of a dry throat. Femi's in. Nice to see you, Femi. I had a chat with you the other day. Good, nice to see you. Dean's in. Good evening, everyone. Blackpool. I'm with Lloyd live this week. Sean, I've not gone to bed. Watching whilst having my tea. Right, I'll get that. Emma, evening, Sean. Hope you're well. Your weather has been amazing. We've had nothing but heavy snow this week. I'm crossing my fingers that some of the travel experts here are right and we can get over it. Yeah. Now, I did hear that Spain's obviously hoping for springtime. Now, I'll be honest, guys, at the moment, I mean, I'm in my 60s and we hadn't heard nothing about a vaccine yet. And my mother lives in the UK. She's had her vaccine. Now, she's in her 80s. And I know the UK are well ahead of what's going on in Spain. But at the moment, we ain't heard nothing. So I would imagine once Spain gets into the role of these things, getting these vaccines about, that things will start to get better. But yeah, fingers crossed, eh? And yeah, the weather's been amazing. Can't believe it. Evening show, watching from the bath tonight, straight after work, eh? You old bugger, you. So speak slowly for me, please. As me old. Okay, I will try speak a little bit slow. Got 94 now. I will try to speak a little bit slow, Kev, but it's difficult trying to get all this through. Hola, Sean. Oh, Nurse Jim's in. Greetings from North Wales. Jim and Gemma. Top people. Steve and Mandy. I know you're there. Top people. Terry. Evening all. Cold Leicester. Just got my email from bankers saying I haven't used my account for a year. That's because I can't get back there. And I know you're not the only one, Terry. I saw a couple of postings today on Facebook. Somebody's got a car tax to pay. Yeah, it's a bit of a nightmare. Good evening, Sean from Thomas. Nice to see you, sir. Hi, Sean. Stu here. Top man, Stu. Yep. Hi, everyone. I hope you're. Yes, I'm fitting well. As you can see tonight, no tinnies, Martin. No tinnies. As you can see, I've got my jumper on tonight. It's gone a little bit chilly tonight. Hi, Sean. Great to see you. I'm all Yogi. I'm fine. Thank you very much. Thanks for asking. Hello from London. Good. I bet the weather's now not too bad. You can meet up with another person outside your house. Outside. Oh, you can meet up with one person outside the household. Yeah. Well done, Mandy. Just been on the ball there. I'll tell you what, guys, it's so confusing because the other week you couldn't, and I know this week you could. It's, but it can only be two people. It's just, but evening all, says Steve, it's so a pain. I Sean from Torreveca, Norman. Obviously got the same weather as us then. I Sean from the dark and cold Woking, sorry. Bruce, I feel for you, guy. Even though I got my jumper on tonight, going to buy a villa on Campersale this year and Neptuna, hopefully. Has anyone any idea on cost of having a pool installed? Good on that, Brian. Now, when we first arrived here in Spain 5 years ago, the cost of a pool was sort of about 10,000. Now, I believe I don't know because I don't know anybody that's had a pool put in. But I think you're probably talking about 15,000 now. But you can have these fiberglass pools put in. I think they are cheaper But anybody could give Brian a hand on that. What sort of price? Oh my God, gas, electric going up from tomorrow here. Julie, is it? I think gas and electric's going up everywhere, isn't it? Can't be. I know our water's gone up this year quite a bit, because I actually, not this year, it went up from end of last year. I actually had a warning from my bank to say that I had an abnormal sum taken out of my account from the water company at Aquila. And I think what it was, that they hadn't taken out a payment during the middle of last year or something, and they just took it out. This is another thing I don't really like about the Spanish banks, is money does get taken out quite easily. Now, you can protest and go down to the bank and get it sorted, that's what I like about on campus. So I can go to the bank and get it dealt with. Whereas if I had a bank down in the town, I would go down to the town, queue up outside. That's what another thing you got to do at the moment. You got to queue up, or you got to book an appointment. Yeah, one person. Have I just read that one? Good evening from a very cold, wet, and currently Durham. Chris, put a jumper on. Yes, well done, Brian. You're still in the EU, so ain't got all that hassle. Hello from Tipperary. That's from I know that place. I know that because I had one of my sons was over there for quite a few years. Binge watching's been. It's right, Dean. I'm reading it wrong there, aren't I? Been watching Spain Speak. Still 6 months behind, but catching up. God, you got a lot to catch up then, Dean, because he's been putting out every day now, nearly. Hi, Sean. Very wet and damp Northampton. Can you tell me what the crime is like in Campbell? Is there any or a safe community? Andrew, you get crime everywhere. Now, I think lately, not lately, I'm just trying to think now. We had there was a spate of cash machines. They've seen that there's obviously a gang going around Spain, I suppose, nicking cash machines. They take the whole box. Crime. Now, obviously, as you know, the police in Spain carry guns. Frankly, I've never seen any shooting. I think there's a guy the other week wearing his watch, an old guy, unfortunately, wearing his watch. Two ladies come up to him and pinched his watch off him. In fact, he's still all right, obviously in shock. Crime, I've been here 5 years. I've had no problems with it. What I do like about Camp Assault, and no doubt it's the same on any big organisation where there's a sort of a community. We've got our own sort of patrols that go around when there's been a spate, because it happens, doesn't it? I mean, Camp Assault's like, we've got to think of Camp Assault, it's like a town. And you know what towns are like? You always going to get break-ins or whatever else. And we got guys going around, voluntary people going around at night with checking on, obviously, holiday properties, empty properties. Now, I think last year there was a spate of squatters. Well, the law's cracked down on that now, and nearly all the houses that are empty that were never sold, they've bricked them all up now. And I think there's even a phone number that you can call now to get them out. To be honest, I feel a lot safer here than I did back in the UK. Now, I lived in a big town just in Poole, always having problems, So I would say I feel more safer here, Andrew, than I would anywhere else. But, what I always say to people is don't worry too much about the crime and all that stuff. You've got to come out here, guys. Rent. Lots of people say rent, which is true. If you rent, because you might not like it. A lot of people, I didn't think I would like Campus Soul because it's a big organisation. There's a big expat community. Even though when I say it's expat, it's not just English. You got a mixture of French, Belgium, German. You got loads of people here, but we're very friendly. We're a very close community as well. We all know what's going on. Some people don't like it. Some people love it. Some people don't. But I would advise, don't rush into things. Don't just buy a cheap house because it's cheap. Look at it. Make sure you love the area, because there's no point moving to a place you're just not going to enjoy. But yeah, thanks for the question, Andrew. Bruce, how do you get a t-shirt, mate? Bruce, not on this video. If you look at my last video, below the video, in the comments, in the description, you'll see buy me a coffee, but you don't have to do that. And or you can, there's a link for the t-shirt. You got one more week, Bruce, and then I'm doing one on polo shirts, if you're into polo shirts. Evening Shaw. God, hang on. God, you know what? I've forgotten your name. I should have done that, should I? It's going to come to me. It's going to come to me later on. Keith, that's what it is. Evening, Keith. Hi, Sean. Okay, we seem to be getting a lot double questions tonight. Greetings, young man, says Martin. Top person. I like to be called a young man. That's nice. Evening, Sean. Oh, yes, all's well. Tony, thank you very much for asking. We got Andy from sunny Australia, but early morning, obviously, wet and windy morning. You still got the summer there, Andy. I know. Morning. Oh, so Keith saying hello, Andy there. Hi, Keith. We're having a bit of a chit chat there. Hi, Sean. Could you go in goal at walking football? Oh, hang on. I've gone past that. Well done. I could do, Martin, but I'll be honest, I'm not very good with my feet. And I think I would be more of a hindrance in the goal, better behind the goal. Got charged again today. Mandy got charged. Yeah, I still think they haven't sorted it out, but don't forget, just contact Currency Direct and get your money back. Put it in the wallet. And don't forget the cup of tea tomorrow. How's things in Adelaide? Okay, keeps having a chit chat. Well, now, yeah, here we go. Will from Atlanta, US. Yes, nice to see you, Will. Thanks for popping in. I'm fit and fine. The weather's all right over there. Very lucky in LA as the COVID is basically under control. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately here I wouldn't say it's under control because we're all sort of locked down at the moment. Just to give you some idea, yes, but we still get a pension with index link increases lately. Top man, Facebook user. Just to go back onto the lockdown here in Spain at the moment, I'm confined to the Murcia region, which it's not too bad. The Murcia region, the Mazaron area, which is not too bad. So I can go from Camposel down to the town and down to the port to the beaches. So I can still go to the beaches, which is good. Even Sean, Carol, you're looking a bit blurred tonight. Am I? I don't know if what the picture's like, guys, because I obviously can't see it. I mean, I can see at the moment. I've got dirty glasses on. I know that, but it could be. I know just before I come down, I noticed our internet was going a bit slow. It was doing the old buffering thing, so I don't know if that's affected it down here. So if anybody could just sort of give me a hint, say, yeah, it's fantastic. It's a bit blurred. I'm still being charged £10 per exchange, late on parade. Never too late, RV. Always good to see you. Mickey Flecky's in here. D7 Portugal visa, 10k euro only needed. Yeah, I think Portugal's obviously going down the right track at the moment, even though Portugal's got it really bad with this COVID, I hear. But Portugal, I think it's 180 days compared to Spain, it's 90 days. And I think they've already leapt ahead with all this. So it's nice to see that they're doing it. And I'm sure Spain will follow suit. That's good. Okay, when a bit of a chitty chat there, that's for a couple. Cheers for that, Mickey Flick, because that does help. Because I know a lot of people, obviously, are interested in moving down to Portugal. It's a lovely place. So one place I haven't been to yet, I'm hoping to the next year or so to get over to Portugal, because we're not too far. I think I'm about 5 or 6 hour drive to cross over the border. Was due there last Easter to buy in the Valencia region. Still got a voucher for Brittany Ferries, which I'll need to turn back into cash as well. Yeah, it's all uncertain times at the moment, Kev. I know. I'll be honest, the Brittany Ferries is a great option. I prefer it if I go back to the UK, other than going back by plane. If I have to drive, I'll be going the car ferry again. Much better. Day on the boat, you get a good night's sleep, and it's not so far to drive. Whereas if you drive through the tunnel, I know it's pretty easy driving through the tunnel, but it is a long drive coming down through France. But thanks for that, Kit. Yeah, I hope you get your money back. I think you will get your money back on with Brittany Ferries. They're pretty good. Bart, nice to see you, sir. Hi, Sean. Casablanca will forever forgo charges if you navigate with them. Take house insurance. Yeah, that's right. Facebook user. I know. I had I don't know what you call like a bank. A bank, what do you call it now? You go in a bank and they sort of go over your spending for the year, and they put forward like house insurance and things like that. They try and do you a deal. And I know that pay your pensions into account free banking. Yeah. So obviously, I think what it is, my wife's already got her pension now. My pension didn't start until middle of the year. So we probably will go over to the bank and have a discussion on what's the best option. So thanks for that. Because before you said that, I still hesitant on doing that. But if it means saving us some money, I think I might go for that. Still thinking of moving to Spain, retire in April, but still worried about how much income is needed, Glenn. Yeah, don't be too put off with the figures that I put up, because as I explained in that video, it's only a guide. It's only information that I got off the site. I don't know personally the true cost of that. I may take it from word from that internet site. I got the information from that. I think somebody did add a comment below. I think the application costs about £50, that's not too bad. But I do think the 2,000 a month or 27,000 you have in your account. Now that maybe not too bad, but don't give up, Glenn. Keep that dream going. It happened. I sure, Rob. We aren't sending you any. We aren't. No, we ain't got one here yet. I'm waiting for the phone call. In Ireland, we have been told we won't be travelling this summer. That the travel ban will stay till about September. Yeah. I mean, I think a couple of weeks ago, Spain was on about nobody can come here until after the summer, and then this week somebody's put up a post to say that they're on about thinking about having people in the spring. We'll just have to wait and see. I honestly don't think anybody knows. I think it changes from day to day. 1 minute the figures are down, the next day the figures are up. We're all doing fine, and then we're all doing not so fine. Sure, could you employ No, I can't, Stuart. Maybe subtitles. I think, Stuart, if you watch on Facebook on my God, I'm trying to think of it. My Facebook group, Expat, it comes up in titles. Obviously, it's how it comes out in my language is interesting. Nice to see you guys from South Wales. Lovely place. Weather is shit. It never stops raining and it's cold. Drowning Bewley. Oh, I love Bewley. Let's go there many a time. I always call it a little witches village. Near the old town of Ringwood. Top people. You know it well then. It doesn't rain all the time, does it? But this time of year it's not so good, is it? And you just probably got over the floods as well. Brian, top man. Here we go. 103 now. Don't know how we've gone up in the world. Fiberglass are cheaper but more likely to leak. If it happens, then you're talking big money to fix. Okay. Have I missed something there, Stuart? But I will get back to you on that. Hi from the Brit in Extremity. Thank you, sir. We keep in our Spanish bank account just enough to cover the bills. That's what I do at the moment, Thomas. I've always just put in 1,000 a month, and that gets us through the month. And when we need a bit extra, we just put in a bit. And obviously, I do keep checking the account each week just to make sure that we still got some money. I think the other couple of weeks ago, I checked my account and I had like €10. I thought, God, I better get some money in there quick. What's happening at Little Resort? Lots of places up going up for sale. Was looking to buy in there. Tina, to be honest, I don't know, because as I can't even get out Mazeron now because we're in lockdown. I got a friend. I don't know if Jackie's on tonight because she lives at Little. Now, what I did notice, I think it was a couple of months ago, I fly my drone over there. I noticed the hotel looked like it was shut down, but I think the hotels are shut down anyway because of obviously lack of stuff, and they're not allowed to be open anyway. I don't know about, as far as I know about Little, because I know I've seen Jackie put loads of photographs up. She's still playing golf around there, so the golf course is still going well. I don't know anything else. So, Jackie, you're watching, get in there and tell me what's going on. But I don't know, because I can't get out. I know the place up the road, the Condado, the golf course is up for sale, apparently. No, I don't need, because we're not even allowed to go up there. Even though it's right next to campus, so it's in another district. It's in the Alhambra de Murphy district. I can't even go up to see what's going on up there. But I believe they're not playing golf up there anymore. Now, on Campus Sol, the Campus Sol golf course, that's still open, playing golf there. So I don't know what's going on there. We'll have to see what's going on. When we're allowed out again, I'll get out and about and see what's going on. I'm not moving to Spain, but still enjoy Condado when I get over the apartment. 12 years now. See, a lot of people do that, John, don't they? I mean, a lot of people have holiday places. They just come over, enjoy the weather, and go back, and the less the hassle of all this visas and residentials. I've just flicked it and lost myself there. How's Bonnie, John? Bonnie's doing fine. She's upstairs with her mum, watching the telly, all curled up, having a kip, no doubt. She's had a nice long walk game today. I live in John. Never seen a bot flight in 12 years. Good. That's what I like to see. Do you have any saving accounts with Spanish bank? Do you have any saving accounts with Spanish banks? If so, what are the interest rates? Here they are pitiful. Captain, I don't save. Just the money I've got, I'll spend it. I want to enjoy my life. I just don't see the point. I know obviously you've got to keep money for a rainy day, but I can't help you. But hopefully somebody can come onto that and say that, no, I didn't forget your name, Keith, only for a split second. And Kit Kats, that's it. Big Kit Kats, that's what I say. What reptiles live around Campus Sean? No, there's lots of bird life. Snakes, loads of snakes, mate. How's bottom of A houses wise? How's bottom of A houses wise? Okay, got a good one, that Harrison. Get back onto me that one, because I know what that's about. Picture and sound quality perfect. That's what I need to know, Tony. As long as we've got that. You look like my sick. Okay, good. So as how big it is, 65. I'm thinking about getting a 70-inch now. All good quality, Sean. Cheers. That's what I need to hear. Good picture here in the crime-ridden New Forest. No, not the New Forest. That's a fantastic place. Lots of horses running about. There's no crime in the New Forest. Spain much safer. Are they looking like revolt? Yes, here we go. Yeah, talking about the money exchange here. I'm also enjoying a cuppa and a chocolate bicky. Okay, Mark, very good. What I need, I think, is a fridge here. That would be more useful, but I'll have to sort that out in the summertime. Are there any pool billiards leagues going on, COVID permitting, in your area? Up in Torrevieja, there are many every Tuesday, Wednesday, nearly every bar. I'll be honest, I'm not a great bar person, Tom. That's a good one, that. As far as I know, I don't think there is. There used to be a pool table across the road upstairs in the Vista Bar, but I think they removed that. No. So anybody who's on Campusol could ask about that. And as far as I know, I mean, all right, I know they do the golf and the bowls, but no, I haven't played billiards for years. RV, yeah, here we go. We're having a bit of a chit chat. Do you have a loft in your house? Are lofts common in Spanish accommodation, says the captain. Good question, that. Now, I haven't got a loft, obviously, because we've got a sunroof. Up on the sunroof, we got some, like, I could have, I wanted to make some, like, cubby holds. Obviously, my loft is in my basement. So, but I know there are houses, obviously, especially up the north of Spain, where you find a lot of houses very similar to the UK. They've got pitch roofs and that. I imagine that they've got lofts. Lofts. God, I can remember lofts. I'll be honest. I wouldn't want to have a loft down here because in the summer here, when it's 40 over, God, you would melt up there. But I know, as far as I know, down here, lofts are sort of non-existent. But basements is I would say is the equivalent. Does Sky TV now TV work over there? Sure, Steve. Good, yeah, good question. Yeah. I mean, obviously it's all internet based. I've got a thing with CompuServe, the Amazon stick. I don't watch Sky, but I know you can. There's some people that you can buy a plug-in thing that's got Sky on there. I remember rightly, my mum, when she was living down in Malaga Way, she had a Sky thingy. I think she paid like a one-off fee once a year, like 60 quid for the year. She could watch it all. So yeah, I mean, you can virtually watch everything. Anything that I can't get on my TV, which is ironic, is Spanish TV. I know you can download apps with, I can watch Netflix in Spanish, obviously, but I can't get sort of like a local, because there's a lot of local TV here in Spain, especially Mazaron's got its own local TV. Just down the road, we've got Toltana, got their own TV station, but I can't get that. But yeah, you can get everything all around the world. I mean, I've got a massive satellite dish, which I don't use anymore now. But yeah, you can get virtually everything you need, really, in all different languages. Not being to our house in Campusol for a year. One flight moved 3 times now, still booked June, but not holding my breath. Bruce, yeah, I think somebody else was supposed to be coming over a couple of weeks' time into Corvera, Ryanair. They've cancelled it. Now, obviously, it's all to do with the rules at the moment. People can only come to Spain if they're a resident. If you're not a resident, you're not allowed to come here. And I think you're not even allowed to go on holiday at the moment. Yeah, so fingers crossed, a whole year. That's a long time, isn't it, Bruce? I'm sorry to hear about it, mate. Wow, it's taken its time. Where are you, Sean? I'm here. I've definitely been here. Right, what I'm going to do now, guys, I'm going to have a bit of a break here. I think I'm catching up with everybody now. I'm just going to put on, hi, Sean, like, kind of like dropping into chitty chatter neighbour who has a bit of a sense. Martin? Right, what I'm going to do now, guys, I'm just going to knock off Martin. Right, I've got Stafford coming up next, so remember that. I'm just going to put up a quick video. I might not put it on for so long. Obviously, there's a big Who thing at the moment. What I will do, I'll knock that banner off now. Put that off a minute. There's a bit of a craze going on at the moment. It's called the Jerusalem. Is it a Jerusalem? So I don't know. Anyway, it's in Campusol now.
Jerusalema ikhaya lami ilondoloze uhambe nami zungangishilana Jerusalema ikhaya lami ilondoloze uhambe nami zungangishilana
Okay, I'll stop it there because it goes on a bit. Anyway, that's the girls from the gymnasium. You know what? I've forgotten the lady's name now that organised all that. That just shows you a bit of the community spirit's going. Obviously, it was difficult with the COVID regs, but we're allowed to put that out. No doubt YouTube's going to ban me now because it's probably got copyright on the blooming music. But anyway, we'll see what happens about that. I'm not too fussed about what YouTube keeps saying to me. All right, we'll get back. I think I've got Stafford here now. A bit late, Sean, busy working. Got here. No problem. Never too late, Staff, because you can always catch up later on again. Nice to see you, sir. Do you have lots of poisonous caterpillars out and around Campbellsville? At the moment, yeah, we're coming into. We haven't got, well, as far as I know. I mean, I've been walking Bonnie around twice a day. I haven't seen no caterpillars, thankfully. They do seem to keep on top of the garden groups. I just love the witches. Yeah. Just go back to the caterpillar. Yeah, the processionary caterpillars, these little furry things, are pretty lethal. You know, even to a human, if they get those little particle hairs, if they get into your throat, can give you a swell up really bad, give you a bad attack of asthma if you suffer from asthma. But for dogs and that, it can swell up and it can virtually kill them. So, but thankfully, I haven't seen anything. I know a couple of years ago when I used to go out of Bonnie, if I saw anything in the like little spider nests up in the pine trees, I always take a photograph. I'll post it onto the gardening group, and the guys get round the next day. They cut it down, they put it in a bag, and it gets disposed of because anyway, you can get rid of them is to burn them. Hi from Ireland. My place is Lasagna. I do miss it. Love to do videos. Thank you, Patrick. Top man. I'm glad you liked it. Oh, here. I don't want to press the wrong one there. I had an apartment in Tenerife for a few years now, but I don't know how that's going to affect us going for residency in Tenerife. At the moment, John, I wouldn't worry a bit too much about it. If you want to, obviously, if you're going to stay more than 90 days, then yeah, you're going to have to go for this visa. But I would hang on until the summer and to see if things have changed, because obviously it already changed in Portugal, and I'm sure Spain will follow suit. But I wouldn't worry too much about it at the moment. But yeah, it's obviously this non-lucrative visa is a bit of a pain. Hi, Sean, looking good. Yes, well, yeah, it's that. See, it's been that weather. Say, oh, I've just bloody gone past it all again. Then, sorry, I've just flicked the comments up. Then, yes, yeah, it's been a fantastic week out in the sun. Evening, Sean. Nice to see you, sir. If you can't travel outside of Madrid, would you be able to return? Yeah, I think. I mean, these rules. If you got, it's like if we had to go to the hospital. No, our hospital's in Cartagena, so I can't travel to Cartagena. But if I got a hospital appointment, it's like people that are working. If you got a good reason to travel, then you got no problem. Obviously, if you get stopped by the police, you're gonna have to show them the paperwork, and it would be the same if you'd hired a car from the airport. I can't be 100% on that. That's something you would have to check with the car hire company and ask about that. But I think like if you'd gone from the airport and obviously going to a destination that's going to cross the border, as long as you got the paperwork there, if you get stopped by the police, you should be all right, Stafford. But I would check it. Don't just take my word for it. Hi, Sean. Hope all's well. Yes, I'm all right, Yogi. Thank you very much. Hope you're fitting well as well, sir. Stuart. Hi, Tina. The risk of flooding is great. We got caught in a gutter fire last. Yeah, that's very true, Stuart. I mean, the problem is with gutter fires, like obviously you know, Campbellsville. I think it's before I got about 6 or 7 years ago. I had a bad gutter fire and it did a lot of damage on D. These gutter fires, you got to remember, guys, it'll probably not happen again, Stuart, in Latour. These gutter fires, it's just what it is. It's these clouds just fall out of the sky. It's something to do with obviously air pressure and that. And you think a whole cloud coming down onto anything, and it just wrecks it. So buying a property, make sure you're at the top of the hill, not at the bottom. Good tip there. I know Sean had work first off. No problem, Rob. Hope you're enjoying your new job, not overdoing it. Do you think this lock-up nonsense will suddenly end? Let's talk about a rapid return to normal in England this summer. Any rumours your end? To be honest, no, not really. Obviously, beginning of the year, I think everybody had big, with the vaccine and things like that. It's pretty slow here at the moment with the vaccine. Obviously, the UK's going pretty well at the moment on that. Can you believe about the figures? I don't know. 1 minute it's going down, 1 minute it's going up. Now, obviously, beginning of January, they said they weren't accepting anybody to Spain until after the summer. And this week, they were already talking about taking people, obviously, in the springtime. Now, obviously, I would imagine you're going to have some proof that you've had the vaccine. But, yeah, I don't think anybody knows at the moment. It's just up and down, isn't it? It's so annoying to find out how you can plan for later on in the year. Tell the captain the tax on your saving accounts up to 24%, maybe more. Yes, I can quite spend it. Don't save it. What's the point of saving it? You can't. How can you enjoy it other than watching somebody else making money out of your money? That's why I look at it sometimes. How are houses looking on the bottom of A sector? How are the houses looking on the bottom of A sector? I don't know. Well, how are the houses looking on bottom of A sector? Harrison's asking. I don't know. They're the same. I mean, I'm on that sector A. I mean, I don't know if I'm at the bottom. All fine here, as far as I know. Everything's still, hunky dory. Where do they sell timber near Campus Social? Good question. That the place that I go to a lot, believe it or not, is a garden nursery just down the road. If you know the Campbell area, if you go down the M, is it the M? I think it's the M3, A3. Oh God, N3. I don't know. If you go down towards the country club, the Mazaron Country Club, as you turn into the Mazaron Country Club, you will see the garden nursery there. You go in there, you go right to the back of the stall. He's got loads of wood. The only other place, obviously, would be the Builder's Yard. I think it's Big Mac in Mazaron. Wood's expensive. Yeah, and obviously Leroy Merlin's, wherever they're based. But the nearest timber place I know is that nursery. Don't ask me the name of it, but it's the nursery at the Mazaron Country Club. The lady and the guy in there ever so helpful, and they will cut the wood up for you as well if it's not the right length. Sean, can you tell us a bit more about the polo shirts, Nurse Jim? Well, all I can say is that it's and I got one here. I think I got one here. I can't get it. Anyway, you're gonna have to wait, Jim. He's only got. It's going to come out not next week, week after. And what it is, it's going to be, you have a small badge with Mazaron, the Expat and Mazaron with subscribe. I'm a subscriber. And on the back will be the big logo, Expat and Mazaron. But the sizes only go up to a XX. So if you're a bigger person, I'm sorry, guys, it's the company that I deal with in the UK. That's what with the polo shirts, it only goes up to a XX. So I hope that's a bit helpful, Jim. But I think week after next, you'll be seeing a new video on the T-shirt. So hang on, no lofts or in the builds, which is much bigger. They can flood though. Yeah, I mean that's true. Obviously, a lot of underbuilds here in Spain will have like pumps on the floor level, so if it does flood, I mean, I've been in my basement. We've had ours done out. I mean, if you don't have it done out properly, it's going to flood bad. But if you have it done out properly, it shouldn't flood at all. But obviously, if you get a gutter-free outside your back door, it's going to flood. So I can't help you on that. I mean, to be honest, if you had a loft there, you wouldn't want to go up in it because everything would just melt with the heat. But I know there are properties further up, push up the northern or up in the mountains, especially that will have a loft, but not down here. It's basements. If you, not all places got basements, obviously, but most places do have basements. Sean, how often do you see snakes, Sean? You walk about in campus, and one guy asked if there were snakes. You answered, many. Is that true? Femi, you know, I told you about the snakes. I don't see many snakes, thankfully. I mean, I think the last time I saw you was the last time I saw that snake. Since then, I haven't seen none. You, member, you thought you saw a snake in your pool. But yeah, I don't see that many snakes. Frankly, I haven't seen any for a long time because I don't like them. Corver Airport has no arrivals from the UK until beginning of May. That's probably right, Thomas. Now, what I do know about the Corver Airport, they are taking in aircraft, but it's probably more to do with freight because right next to the Corver Airport, they've got the big Amazon distribution center. My wife ordered a thing off Amazon on Monday. She got the package today, so I know that's working fine, thankfully. And I noticed Amazon have got their own vans here now. So things are going well. Work is cutting into my Spanish learning. Sorry about that, Rob. Work's more important, isn't it? Got to have a job. Right, how are we doing? We're doing all right now. I got them all right as well. I use Santander in the UK. Does that make it any easier to transfer money from the UK? Now, what I did here, Yogo, I don't know if it's true because I ain't got a Santander account. Apparently, I'm told that the Santander in the UK is completely different to the one here in Spain, but I might be wrong on that. So if anybody can manage to get in for the next couple of minutes to let Yogi know about that, I don't know. I would have thought it would be, wouldn't it? Honestly, but that's something you would have to ask your bank. Maybe that'd probably be a better way, and then let me know if that's feasible. What's all this about? Some TikTok? Yeah, I'm on TikTok now, guys. Don't forget, check it out. Yes, I am. Check out TikTok. I've only got 15 blooming subscribers. I've been in Monaco 14 years and have an NIE. Do I need to get a TIE card? If you got an NIE, you got this TIE card. You have to have a resident card. So, or this non-lucrative visa. The NIE is nothing to do with the TIE card. This TIE card is like the next stage up from a resident card because it's going to have you can have to be fingerprinted, your photograph a bit. It's more of it's a proper foreigner's identity card. If you got a resident card, don't worry about it at the moment. Don't have to get it changed. But what I have been told, if you're traveling backwards and forwards to the UK and that, it seems like the customs there prefer to have a TIE card more than a resident card because they're always a bit iffy about the resident card because it's such a small little thing. But if you got a NIE, that's nothing to do with a TIE. You understand that? Looking to do it in the next 5 years. Take your time. Okay, guys, that's it now. What I'm going to do now, go on. I'm just going to go through some of it quickly. How do you spell that? I ain't got a clue. Do you fancy getting your tights on shore and have a boogie? No, frankly, I don't, Baz. I didn't mind watching it, but there's no way was I getting involved in it. That looks really good. Women galore, good. That dance is going around the world quickly and then yeah, it is, Martin. It's a bit of a catch, isn't it? Is there a full version video of the gym dance available on your playlist, Sean? No, not yet, Steve. I've got a horrible feeling YouTube is going to ban me from using that music. I'll see tonight if they what do you call it now? I can see what I'll do on that, Steve. I'll see what's happening with YouTube later on. They're going to tell me anyway if they ban the music. I'll see if the police stop me when I yeah. Best thing to do that, Stu. Stafford, I mean, I see a lot of your videos every morning. Good. I'll see you going for them all, Yogi. You got a long way to go yet. Even sure, look very clear, not fuzzy. Good. Diane, I've got no wrinkles. has got makeup on. Yeah, he hasn't. Not me. Can you buy timber at the garden sale near the country? Yes, you can, Thomas. You can. Top man. Oh, right, guys. I'm gonna have to go now because it's getting on a bit now. Yeah, that's very true, Harvey. I did do a video on the nursery that did the wood. I actually showed the wood on there as well. So check that out if you can in my playlists. Okay, that hopefully that's helped you out, Yogi, on that from CB. Okay, that's another one there. Yes, and there is nothing to do with stand. Yes, good. So hopefully that's helped you out, guys. Okay, good night, everybody. Adios, amigos. I hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget, I'm back every Thursday at the moment because I just can't get out and make any more video. Good night, Sean. Take care. Thank you, guys. I'm off. So anyway, I'm going off now, guys. Thank you very much. I most appreciate it. I always enjoy doing the old chit chats. Hope you put up with me.